In my last video, I said there was a park here in Ukraine that deserved filming. That park is considered one of the oldest in the country. That park is called Alexandria Park. Let's go check it out. Добрый день. Будь ласка. Спасибо. So what's the history of Park Alexandria? Well, in 1781, Francis Balitsky married Alexandra Engelgart. They started to develop the city Bila Tserkva, the city which I'm in now. And Francis Balitsky founded the park in honor of his beloved wife. So there's a little bit of history for you there. Obviously it's coming to the end of autumn now. The leaves are falling from the trees. But hey, look, every season has its own beauty, right? So I'm sure we can discover some beautiful things in the park today. And it's quite quiet too, so it's like I've got the park all to myself, because everyone else is probably tucked up indoors watching Saturday morning Ukrainian TV, drinking chai. Okay, so guys, onwards in Park Alexandria. Alexandria Park is actually a famous arboretum, and in the east and northern parts of the park it's dominated by ash, maple, hornbeam, linden trees. Such beautiful colours. As you can see now, the leaves are strewn across the land. So yeah, a very beautiful park, and in every season it's beautiful. I mean, I've been here in summer and you know, it's so lush, the colours are so lush, especially you know when it gets to autumn too. The leaves change colour, a vast array of orange, red, and even in winter, I mean when it snows here, completely different, looks completely different, but beautiful. So I definitely recommend, if you're in Ukraine, visit Alexandria Park. So it looks like we're coming up to a building over here. See if we can go and check it out, maybe go inside if we can. If we look over to this direction here, here used to stand a summer palace. I don't know if you can see here in the picture. And I'll read just a little bit of this for you because there's quite a lot there, so I won't read it all. It says, the summer palace was built in the mid-1780s following the founding of the Braniski Count's countryside residence. During the development of Alexandria Park in the second half of the 1790s, it acquired symbolic significance as the last refuge to which a long road of life led in the form of an entrance alley. To highlight this purpose of the summer palace in the context of the Divine Comedy by Dante Alighieri, the inscription Otteria appeared on it. In 1900, the palace was reconstructed and significantly renovated. It contained a large collection of paintings and memorials presented by numerous guests who belonged to monastic houses and aristocratic families of Europe. Wow, so you can imagine how it stood there in the past. Now it's just an array of trees. Okay, well that's interesting. Okay, so let's go and check out this other place here. I think this is a reconstructed ballet hall, if I'm right. If I'm not right, please correct me in the comments if you know better. Like I said, it's very quiet here today. Not many people around at all, which you don't really expect. The weather, it's like +5 today, so it's not exactly sweltering. Here we can buy coffee and chai. Maybe it's turned into a coffee shop, fancy coffee shop. Okay, Cancer Valley Pavilion. Okay, so the dance pavilion. So yeah, I think I was right then saying about the ballet. Okay, that's interesting. Let's have a look. Здравствуйте.
Здравствуйте.
Я иностранец здесь. Я хочу показать мои друзья в Англии. Можно быстро?
А вы сами?
Я сам, да. Я один, да.
А вас зовут как?
Дэвид.
Дэвид.
А как вас зовут?
Людмила.
Людмила, очень приятно.
Дэвид, заходите, пожалуйста. Смотрите, вы можете снять немножко, да?
Хорошо,
Здесь
да.
много, да.
Да.
Только вход у нас 15 гривен, нужно бахилы одеть.
15
Потому что
гривен.
там паркет.
Хорошо.
А вы откуда?
А я из Англии.
Ух ты, так хорошо говорите.
О, спасибо. Ну, я живу здесь.
Вы
Я живу
живете?
здесь. Все это интересно показать мои друзья, конечно.
Конечно. Это очень интересно. Пожалуйста.
Окей, спасибо большое.
Можно еще, Дэвид, можно еще там включить, если
Ага,
вы-
Ну, если это возможно, было бы хорошо, да, спасибо. This lovely lady has let me in for a few minutes to film the Old Dance Pavilion here in Alexandria Park. We have here some beautiful paintings. Who's this guy? Vladislava Branickova, I think. Okay, wow, what a beautiful place. As you can imagine, many years ago, the aristocrats, I can't say that word, would have been here with their families. Some beautiful dances would have been held. As you can see inside, it's such a beautiful building. Wow. Some amazing paintings. You can imagine them here all dressed up in their ball gowns, looking all dapper. Wow, much better than I look today in my winter coat. Wow. I love these paintings. Amazing. The lady has some music on as well, so it's giving us a bit of an atmosphere. You can picture what it was like. I almost feel like I'm walking better. I'm stood up straighter, you know? Like an aristocrat. Wow. Who's this lady here? I'm not sure who this is. This is all written in Ukrainian. So very difficult for me to read. But wow, such a beautiful place. Look at this picture here. Wow. Очень красивое место.
Здесь музыка играла, когда они танцевали на балконе.
А, да? На балкон. Музыканты, да?
Да.
Здорово. Да. Wow, guys, what an amazing place. Make sure you come here if you can. Было очень красиво, спасибо большое.
Видите, оно было красиво. Это же, к сожалению, все разрушили большевики в гражданскую войну. Потому что здесь был только фундамент. Вот точно как и вот там, видели, остались только камешки. Вот
да,
эти.
да, да.
Это же
да.
надо было все разрушить.
Да,
как
да.
это можно
Так
было?
жаль,
Боже,
да, да,
как
да.
жаль.
Да.
Это вообще нет. Ну,
Да.
это старались возобновить, ну, как бы реконструировать по тем эскизам, которые нашли в архивах. Ну, это же уже немножко, конечно, не то. Но все равно старались придерживаться.
Да. Ну, это люди, как вы, молодец, что вы хотите,
Мы хотим, конечно.
как сказать, сохранить.
Конечно, очень хотим.
Да.
Мы удивляемся, что как могли люди разрушить это.
Да.
Ладно, вы там большевики, эти вам не нравились, но зачем рушить здание?
Да,
это же
да,
история.
Да,
это
точно.
же ценность.
Да,
Любой памятник, все, это нужно все сохранять, это история. Правильно?
Да. Ну, спасибо большое,
Пожалуйста,
очень приятно,
пожалуйста,
спасибо.
Приходите.
Я снимаю.
Ой. Приходите.
Мусор.
Да.
Хорошо. Отлично, спасибо большое, хорошего дня.
И вам хорошего дня.
Спасибо.
Да, счастливо.
Окей. Все. Счастливо, до свидания.
До свидания.
Wow, what a nice lady. Let me in, have a little look around. Wow. It's amazing, the atmosphere in there, actually. I was trying to picture everything that was going on. And I was lost in, my dreams a little bit there, thinking about the place, lost in my thoughts. And now we're back out in the cold. I quite liked it in there. You know, it would have been nice to drink a glass of champagne, you know, mingle with a few posh people, ask them about life, how it was here many years ago. But anyway, we're back outside on our mission to find some beautiful, interesting things in Alexandria Park. Okay, let's head onwards. Right over here we have a statue of the lady herself, the husband of Francis Balitsky. Alexandra. There she is, look. Wow. Wouldn't you like to have a chat with her, ask her about how life was? Wow, can you imagine this place? I mean, look at it now, it's still really beautiful. There's the pavilion that we've just come from. And this park is actually really big. I can't remember exactly how big it is, but you know, you could spend all day here quite easily. It's quite a long walk that way by the river. Yeah, and it's like the landscape changes quite a bit as well. So I don't know how far we're going to get today, guys, but we'll see. We'll see how these old legs manage. Here we have a bench. I'm led to believe it was installed in 1992. And this is to honour the guard officers that took part in Russia's war against Napoleon. Here we have like the officer's hat, often called a bicorn, draped over this bench here. Wow, there's no plaque or anything, but a little bit of research. And seems it was installed back, like I said, in 1992. Wow. So we could sit up there in the summer. Okay, well, it looks like we have a really old tree here. I don't know what type of tree this is. As you can see, it's banded together, keeping it intact. In the park, we have a museum, a zoo, a cafe. The cafe is called Kuchnia, and you can also eat pizza here as well. Wow. What more do you want from a park? Awesome. Open area here. Nice place for families. Bring your children, have a picnic, have a little drink. Wow. I like Park Alexandria. Over here, guys, we have something that you see quite often on bridges. This isn't actually a bridge, but you can see these padlocks here, they're all along. The idea is usually on a bridge, a couple in love will walk across the bridge, then they will put their padlock as a sign of love, eternal love, on like the fence, the rails, whatever you want to call them. And this represents, like I said, their eternal love, and that they will stay together forever. And dramatically, they will take the keys for the padlock and throw them into the river. So I wonder how many keys you could find at the bottom there of this little kind of lake. Wow, I wonder how many of these people are still together. Who have we got here? We've got Anya and Artom. Sasha and Tanya. We've got Yulia and Andre. Wow, how many of these people are still together? Do you still have your eternal love if you're watching this? Well, I hope you do, and I hope you're happy. Okay, what else? Over here in the distance we can see what's called the Chinese Bridge, and we'll take a look at that in a little bit, but we're going to head over here. Here's the Cafe Kuchnia, and a little bit further there's a guy that sells Glintwein, which is basically mulled wine, and if he's there, I think we'll buy one. Warm up the old cockles, you know. It's a little bit nippy today, so let's go and see if he's there and have a little drink. Здравствуйте.
Здравствуйте.
Я рад видеть вас еще раз.
Да,
Снова.
хорошо. Вам горяченького.
Да. А можно классичный глинтвейн, будь ласка?
Да, да.
Давайте, ну, давайте больше.
Вот такий, 60 гривень. Стаканчик. Кришечку давати?
А, да, да.
Так,
ласка.
гаряченький. Оце тільки нагрів. Так що
да.
будете обережні.
Уже холодно сегодня. Глинтвейн хорошая идея.
Да, я зараз
думаю.
просто його трошки більше грію, то грів десь 65 до 70, зараз 75 градусів грію, щоб, ну, щоб він був
Да.
зігріваючий, бо ж смис тоді його пить, якщо він холодний.
Отлично.
Трубочку давати?
Будь ласка. Не, все хорошо.
Не надо. Так, пожалуйста.
Супер.
На
Хорошо.
здоров'ячко.
Спасибо большое. Хорошо. До свидания.
До свидания.
Счастливо.
До свидания.
Wow. This stuff is great. I think maybe the last 2 times I've been here, I've bought some Glintween. Wow. So this usually is obviously working in the summer. Fountain. It's quite beautiful. Outside the museum here. And you can even rent some bikes and electric scooters if your weary legs call for it. Wow, I like this one. Look at this. Wow, it's even got a basket on the front, look, so you can even put your Glintween in the basket. Wow. All right, so over in the distance there, you can see the famous Chinese bridge, which is what we're going to go and check out next. And it overlooks the swan pond. As you can see, there's quite a few swans over there. So let's go and have a little look. I've just noticed as well that I'm drinking out of an English paper cup. Look, can you see Big Ben, a London bus, the London Eye. Wow, look, we've even got a balloon there, look. The flag on, look, the flag colours, wow. And a little telephone box. So, home from home, wow. All right, let's go and have a look at this bridge. Right, the only information I've got on this bridge is that it was restored in 1963, and in the early 90s we have some bronze sculptures that were installed. We've got the old Chinese wise man, and is this his girlfriend? I don't know, but yeah, the Chinese roof here representing like the pagodas, is it? Pagondas, pagodas. Pagonda, that's a car. But yeah, wow. And as I said just a little bit earlier, this is the Swan Pond. Being well fed as we speak. Ukrainian people love their animals, which is cool. Собака. And here's the view over here. So yeah, we're in late autumn now and it's still really beautiful. Amazing colours at this time of year. So that, everybody, is the Chinese bridge. We seem to, oh, we have a few padlocks here as well. Look. Wow. So it's a very romantic park as well here in Bila Tserkva. So if you're looking for a wife, bring them here. Looks like the place to come. Okay, let's go.
Ты как это
happy chap. So this here, guys, is called the Echo Colonnade. If you don't know what a colonnade is, that's basically a row of columns. And here we have the Greek style row of columns, and very much like an amphitheatre in that classic Greek style. Just going to have a little look. So as I said, it's called the Echo Colonnade. Let's see if that's true. Let's see if it's got an echo. Hello? Hello? Yeah, not bad. I'd say there's a little bit of an echo there. Wow, how's it sounding? The Echo Colonnade. This is the first time I've been here, actually, in this bit. Lots of people come here to have pictures when they get married. It's a great place for wedding photos, obviously. And we come out onto this classic, like, shrub garden. That's what I'm calling it, a shrub garden. I'm no Alan Titmarsh. I have no idea about plants and things. I have a friend back in England who's watching this going, Dave, it's not that. I'm sure he'll correct me in the comments. And I don't know who this happy chap is, but he looks like he's having a good time. Wow. Okay. Ah, Mercury. Okay. All right, where are we going now? Where shall I take you guys next? Are you enjoying this little tour of Alexandria Park? I hope you are. I think we'll go down by the river now, and I'll show you the beautiful river. You've probably seen it in some of my other videos, but it doesn't harm to see it again. So let's go and have a look. All right, guys, we're about to cross a bridge here and go over and have a look at the river. I can't see any padlocks on this bridge. What's wrong with this bridge? Why is there no padlocks? Where's the romance? Who knows? Let's go and have a look at the river. The River Ros. So guys, here it is, the River Ros, in all its splendour, in all its beauty, with a fallen tree. This river is a hive of activity usually, especially in the summer. There's people swimming in it, people on jet skis, people fishing, having a good time in the river. And actually, even in winter when it's frozen over, you'll see lots of guys here ice fishing and braving the cold. And you'll even see people have a little ice dip, you know. Something that I might try. Might be worth a video, that one. I'll have to see if I'm brave enough to do it. But yeah, beautiful river. And you can take a tour up here on a boat if you want. You also see people hiring little rowing boats, canoes, etc. There's something I'd like to do actually, is canoe up the river and have a little exploration. Okay. Little joke for you. Why did they let the mushroom cross the road? Because he was a fungi. Oh dear. My video has deteriorated into bad English jokes. Oh no. Okay, never mind. Right, let's increase the quality now. Show you something interesting quickly. What's this? This is like a little stream, river, lake, reservoir. What is it? I don't know. Water. The glint wine's gone to my head. No, I'm okay. So this here, you know, I was talking about people ice dipping earlier. Now I'm not sure if this is a place where you could ice dip. I suppose it is if you made a hole for it to be able to do so, but maybe you could step down from here, fish from here. Hello duck, how you doing? Здрасте. Все нормально? Yeah, excellent. Okay, wow. So very peaceful area. Well, it was before I came here, and I'd like to try a bit of fishing. Never really been into fishing, but maybe I should get into it now. You know, it's a safer hobby, isn't it? Safer hobby than extreme, you know, skydiving or something. Okay, let's carry on, guys. See what else is here that I can show you of interest in this beautiful place. All right, guys, we're going across another bridge here. How many padlocks? Oh, one dark padlock there. Any others? Any takers? No? Yes, we have one last padlock here. Another dark one there, look. Wow. 2 relationships, 1 bridge. And here we have a fountain. It's actually working at the moment. And over here, I'm guessing this would be, this would represent Mary and the serpent with the apple. If I got that wrong, guys, correct me. I'm not 100% sure with that one. Over here we have a highlight of Alexandria Park. This is a really beautiful place. Some ruins here with a beautiful waterfall. We're going to take a closer look. But as you can see there, wow, what a picturesque view. We've got a guy up there, look, enjoying the view. It looks like he might have a couple of beers. And why not? So let's go and take a closer look at the ruins. So here we have the beautiful ruins here. And the waterfall cascading down into the River Ros. I don't know how old these ruins date back to. Hang on, it's a little boggy here. There we go. But wow, really beautiful. Let's go and investigate a little bit further. Again, we have these classic, like, Greek columns. I mean, this place is in quite disrepair, but, you know, to be honest, I quite like it like that. You know, it's got that used look about it, hasn't it? See the old wooden beams there. And these pillars holding them up. Beautiful, beautiful. I do have to admit, this is probably the most beautiful park that I've ever been to. I mean, I've travelled the world, and Alexandria Park's up there. It's probably at the top actually for a park, and you're only seeing a small bit of it as well. I mean, if you really want to experience the whole park, you know, you're gonna have to come here. I can't film it all today, but there's lots more beauty to see. It's definitely a highlight. There's definitely a little gem here in Ukraine. So guys, I wanted to say, is there anywhere particular you would like me to visit here in Ukraine? The one that gets mentioned the most, maybe I'll go and visit it and take a look for you. You know, there's so many places that I want to visit. I want to show you real life here, you know. Hopefully go to a few villages and show you how people in the villages live. And especially I want to show you winter here. and hopefully we'll get some snow this year. Last year was a little bit thin on the snow side of things. We didn't have much, but usually we have quite a lot. So I'm hoping this year we have quite a lot, but we'll see. Well, our journey is almost coming to an end here in Alexandria Park. Maybe I'll show you a few more things before I go, and go back home, put my feet up, and start to edit the video, and wow, do the subtitles. That always takes a long time. It's a right faff, but it's for the cause, so it's all good. Now here we have an interesting structure. This is called a rotonda. A rotonda is a structure usually with like a dome shape at the top here, or a circular kind of building. And researchers, they're not quite sure what this structure represents, but they think it's in honor of, and I'll try and remember this, Prince Grigory Alexandrovich Potomkin, who was I think a famous Russian military leader. But it's quite a structure. This is the gentleman himself. So they've obviously refurbished it, as you could say, but they originally they're not sure what it was for originally. As you can see, the columns. Of course, there's lots of history here in Ukraine, and I'm just starting out to learn, to be honest. So if you're learning too, then it's good to have you on this historic journey that we can do together. You can always learn stuff from history as well, which I think is pretty cool. Learn from the mistakes people made in the past. Alright guys, before we sign off, can anyone tell me what this structure represents? The horse head in this circle here. I've always wondered, what is it? What does it represent? So maybe someone from here, Bila Tserkva, could tell me. Write down in the comments, I'll be interested to know. Maybe it's just a decorative structure, but I'd like to know. Alright. Okay, so what have we learnt today? Well, we've learnt a little bit of Ukrainian history about the park here. One of the oldest parks here in Ukraine, if not the oldest. We've met some nice people today who work here in the park. So I recommend that you come here if you are in Ukraine. It's definitely worth a visit. And like I said earlier, there's a lot more to see, and you'll have a great time. And wow, you could maybe rent a scooter as well, like I do sometimes, and whiz around. All right, so guys, have a great day, and until the next video, somewhere in Ukraine, take care, stay safe, and see you later.